Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi. Hello, gentlemen. My name is Sandra Yvonne Porch Richardson, and I was wondering, our young people do, feel like they're exercising their constitutional rights because they have frustrations and hardships of various kinds. But I was wondering, do you think it would be a real good investment, one that's undiscriminatory, to have a proper space where they can learn to appreciate both expression as well as authority, and it make it a little easier on our society?
So hold on, let me just, if I understand the question, are you saying should there be a spot designated where kids could express themselves type of thing?
Yeah, but not like a jail cell. I mean,
no,
not more like an educational center, one where they're able to get in touch with each other kids with relative circumstances and emotional states, whether it's just males and males or females and females. Take it, they all come from different walks of life, different backgrounds or whatever have you. But I think, the course of rebellion starts in different homes, in different situations and scenarios for a reason. And you guys can't do everything, and none of us are perfect, but I think understanding and reaching into our own youth sometimes is the avenue that we can use to reach out to pull these in for them to appreciate who they actually are.
All right, good point. I like that. No, I think what you're saying though is,
I
clearly know what you're saying.
You go with it.
And we've addressed that. We've tried, and that's failed. The fact of the matter is, there are ways. People protest on the Boston Common every day about various issues. Mm-hmm. They go down there, they make their piece heard, and then they leave. Okay.
So there are ways to.
There are legal walls. There are legal places to do it. But the fact of the matter is, as you have the right to express yourself and to make social commentary, I also have the right, as a property owner and as a citizen, not to have my property damaged to promote your feelings. And it's that simple. And the biggest problem we have with making these legal walls in these places is, on their way in and on their way out to these locations, they're damaging everything that they see on their way in and their way out, which creates the larger problem of graffiti in the city.
So as I understand it, I guess what we're trying to say, it's okay to have an issue, to voice dissent on whatever your issue is. You see protests all the time on the Boston Common, but once that protest starts to infringe on a property owner's rights to have, a property free of graffiti, then, what you're trying to espouse becomes illegal.
And there's a whole other component I think you're going to get to later, is the whole broken windows, the effect it has on a community, and particularly if you allow it.
Yeah. And I guess let's touch on that real quick before we take the next call. But the broken window theory essentially is somebody goes by, throws a rock through a window, they don't fix it. One broken window leads to another. A couple of broken windows leads to graffiti. Graffiti invites more trouble, drug dealing, etc. But I mean, is that your sense that when graffiti is allowed to go on, it actually invites more problems?
Not to pick on any of the neighboring towns, but when you drive through Wellesley, you drive through Weston and Newton, you don't quite frankly see it. Why? Because it's not tolerated. And those communities thrive and they prosper for other reasons, but the fact of the matter is, communities that take care of their little problems, quote unquote little problems, the graffiti, the trash, the litter, the abandoned warehouses, the eyesores. You take care of the little problems, that tells the people, then maybe I need to go somewhere else because it's getting addressed here. And that's a summary, but
no, but I hear you. Next, who's caller? What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name is Erica, and I'm calling from the Fenway neighborhood.
Hi, Erica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling. What's your question?
Well, I wanted to first of all thank the graffiti busters in the city of Boston and also the Boston Police Department for their diligence in fighting this issue, which does have to do with the broken windows issue. It has to do with neighborhood pride and a sense of community and people feeling safe where they live and where they work and where they go to school. And when you walk by a building and time after time after time it's covered in graffiti, it really makes you not feel so safe and comfortable where you are. But they're doing a great job. And, I want to encourage citizens to report and document vandalism that takes place, pass it along to Officer Kelly so that they have documentation of the crime so they can build better cases against these vandals. And also possibly explore collaborations with art schools in the area so that for people who do want to do legal art, maybe there would be some more opportunities for that.
Great. Thank you, Erica. Appreciate the comment.
If I could quickly, I'd like to throw a shout out to people like Erica.
A lot of people digging you tonight. Yeah.
The real thing that led to kind of we've been really successful over the last 2 years is the fact of the matter is that we've formed some partnerships with some of the community groups, and Erica's part of one of those groups. It's the Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay, the Mission Hill Neighborhood Associations. Yeah. These people are working directly with us through emails, through reporting to community service. They're actually documenting tags and giving us the pictures. And then when we catch the vandal, we're holding accountable. And quite frankly, it was getting done to an extent, but since these people got on board and started taking, they're taking to the streets, they're cleaning it up themselves, documenting, cleaning it right away, and it's working. It's working very effectively. But it isn't one person that can do it. It just can't be the police.
Yep.
It just can't, and as far as Graffiti Busters goes, it's a great program. I personally think if funding could be found, we could get another truck out there, because they do a great job, and they clean up on a daily basis.
Guys, you get a chance to flash the number for Graffiti Busters, but it's 617-635-4500, the mayor's hotline in the U.S. for Graffiti Busters. Buddy, we're going to have you come back, I think. Because we had more stuff to get to here. But before we say goodnight, it's a little problem, but a big problem. In terms of a dollar value, how much money was spent last year alone to kind of clean up some of the graffiti in and around the city?
If you take out the private property owners and their expenses, because there's no way we can calculate that, it's got to be in the millions of dollars because of the amount of tags that are placed up over here. Yeah. But the cities, the Mass Turnpike Authority, between the Mass Turnpike Authority, the MBTA, and the Boston area, it's over $500,000 in cleanup alone, and that's just
the stuff you guys know about.
Exactly.
Wow, Graffiti Busters, in terms of the hard work they do, real quick.
They're great. They go out. They concentrate obviously on the most prevalent stuff. The stuff that's on the street, that's on the storefronts and the grates and stuff like that. But they clean up on a daily basis, and as fast as they put it up, as fast as we can clean it.
Billy Kelly will be back, everybody. He's the graffiti guru in the Boston Police Department. Thank you so much for watching this week's show. Until next week, have a great night, everybody. Be safe. Thank you. Good night.